Alright, welcome guys to another video. Today, just another game. We play against the Verbik from Uzbekistan. 15-12 rating. Pretty decent. And yeah, let's just play normal chess. So, knight f3, knight c6. And we get a 3 knights. Alright, so normally people expect knight f6. For that reason I will play bishop e4 to get people out of theory, and 95 maybe. Not so good for that reason, but yeah. And now white has the bishop pair, and we have a slightly better pawn structure, so it's something. All right, now I have to think, because I know that this might be coming. I know that I don't really have a plan, so I need to make one. And what comes to mind is to stabilize this. I want to play knight e7 and knight g6. But I can't do that because I blundered this pawn, so d6 is just a good move. And then maybe after castling and stuff, we can go there. But I forgot about this again. So let's be h6. And now I have to resort to probably g5, and since I haven't castled yet, yeah. So yeah, I couldn't stop every threat anyways. Yeah, it is what it is for now. It's not an ideal situation to be in the opening without theory and without anything, but I think we'll manage to squeeze through. I think we'll manage to squeeze through somehow, some way. Is my mic even working? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Oh, maybe I should turn up the desktop audio a little bit. Okay, it goes back. G5, very committal move. But yeah, it does block in the bishop. The bishop is now worth nient. And we can just safely play bishop here, queen here, and we can long castle. That's what I'm thinking of. Goes there. And there's a potential g4 if he castles. So let's just be patient here and wait out his move. Also putting pressure on his advantage on the clock, since he did think a substantial amount of time for his bishop h4. And he's pinning again. But he's therefore also moving a piece again. I'm just gonna wait it out, be patient, ask him what do you want. There is a chance he will go something like this. Again, he's taking his time for this retreating or taking move, which is understandable. I'm expecting him to indeed drop back. And yeah. We could castle, we could also not castle. I think we should just castle. Let's just be, normal. Let's not overdo it. And yeah. So we did miss a chance to capture this pawn. That's unfortunate. But I think the time has come to break open the center, actually. Why? Because the king is still in the middle. We want to force him to make a decision. If this breaks open, yeah, how could it break loose? Notice that this is still protected. Not really, actually. I'm actually blundering the pawn, but he doesn't notice. I kind of screwed up, but, it's all good. He takes there. He could have also just taken there. But yeah, the fact remains that I kind of screwed up. And now, I think we have, even though we have lost a pawn, not on purpose, I think we have knight f5, targeting this pawn twice, and even if he takes, we'd still go here, targeting the rook. Rook has to move to f1, and this is very awkward for him. Then we recapture, and yeah, I feel like white has some trouble getting out of that situation. Could also play f3 because he's actually targeting the rook, which is maybe a bit better. So yeah, always check for your opponent's plan, which I almost forgot to do. So he goes back, yeah, and somehow we have to protect this. Or we could go for this anyways, and if he takes, I might have some ideas of mating him somehow, but I don't see it. So let's not risk it for the biscuit just yet. If we play rook e8, which is a bit more energetic, castles, rook here, knight here, here, can we sack? Takes. This is still defended by the queen. If you go here now, if castles, there's mates. Go here. So knight here, knight f3. I feel like this is just a very passive move, but we have a potential f4, f5. Okay, let's just go rook f8, because I'm not sure, and this feels like quite an okay move. It's probably not the best move. Probably best was to move the rook to e8. Force him to castle and then play g4 or something like that. But now I feel like this is also just quite strong. Ah, but no. If I go here, you also have queen f3. But now, since we waited playing that, you still have a knight here. And now we're attacking this. If he takes here, then we take here. It feels quite good. Knight f4 in this position. You could even play knight takes on c. No, but then knight takes. No, that's not good. What else is he threatening with the knight move? Well, he's opened up this, which actually makes this bishop very immobile. This, if he takes and we take again, he cannot retake because of whoa, or he could and then sack. He goes there, goes there, goes there. Now we could go here, or we could pile up the pressure on this knight. I think we should pile up the pressure on this knight. This knight can't move, it cannot be protected by a pawn. I think this is pretty strong, but he can give a check. But then we just take and win the piece. So let's do it. Let's do it. And he castles, losing the piece, giving up the piece. We also have this check, which doesn't make sense. So let's just capture. Let's not overcomplicate things. Let's capture the piece we so hardly fought for. Let's not think of crazy things. Just logical moves there. We could again capture. We could also play rook e8. Which is better? Rook e8 here. That already feels a little bit nasty. But we can also play knight takes on g2, again attacking the queen. And after the queen moves, let's take to here. We can then retreat. We can even go this. Yeah, this seems just so strong. We have to play it, and he blunders the queen. Okay, great. That's how it goes. Opponent should resign. Yes, it's quite resignable, this position. But yeah, never resign, as they say. Let's push the pawn. Now this is no longer a target. This bishop looks really good, but it's not doing anything. And here even we could push, I think. Goes further. And now we're just gonna slowly but surely take over the position. I think this is a good move. But then rook here. Yeah, let's see. This is a target. But, you know, in these types of situations, nothing is going that fast. Anyways, I think it's best to just improve the position slowly but surely. Let's go here. And our long-term plan is, of course, to promote this. So, yeah. I think queen here, centralizing the queen makes a lot of sense. We're also preparing some type of c5 to, you know, get rid of this seemingly very good bishop, but we need to prepare it with b6. This is not dangerous, although I should have maybe looked at it a little bit longer. Goes there, which makes sense, but we can still go here, and now we're threatening to go take here. If he goes back, which just seems good to me. Also, these two rooks are now both undefended. But let's first take with check here, and then we'll find a way to, well, all right. So he's threatening the rook. He's also threatening the pawn, but not really. The queen is protecting it. So let's just sidestep it very easily. We could have actually played there, which was probably better. But okay, let's go here now. Ask him what is this doing here. Exactly, it's not doing anything. And we could even play the very slow move this. But I feel like simply... he's threatening this though. He's threatening that. He is threatening that, and that's actually quite nasty. So let's go here. And we threaten this now. This takes, and we're up a rook in the endgame, and everything is just so much simpler to play. So we sacrifice the queen simply because the overrun of material, and this now will be the pawn that will promote very easily. We can even take the pawn here. There's no need to hurry, but there's neither need to hurry for this pawn because the pawn is actually quite stumped there. And now this pawn is just one move away from promoting. We promote. Yes, you can take, but I don't think we're in any shape or form really in any danger. So yeah. So let's give another check. Take out this pawn. It's really resignable now, but our opponent keeps playing, and to his credit, I'm not playing actually, to my discredit actually, I'm not even playing the best moves. I'm just waiting it out. Our opponent might go for the 5-minute think here, I feel. So let me just pause the game to not waste you guys' time. Okay, our opponent did not go for the 5-minute think. He instead went for the well, you could say it's a blunder. It really doesn't really matter. I'm just waiting for the resign button, honestly. But our opponent's not really interested in that. I think this is pretty solid. If takes, we have mates. Very nice. In the end, we could sack something. Well, we actually sacked a lot of pieces because of their material overwhelm. Yeah. Pretty anticlimactic with the queen blunder, but yeah, that just is what happens if you are under pressure. It apparently seems like we missed a lot of chances. Let's go to the analysis and see what we did right or wrong. So e4, e5, knight f3, knight of c6, and after knight c6, I went for the approach to not play the best move, because after knight f6 there is a lot of theory after bishop e4. I'm not sure what the theory is. I'm not very well endowed in the theory here. Apparently knight d4, and I feel like knight d4 takes, and after e5 I can really wonder what the hell is going on. Takes, and the opponent doesn't even have to play this. Here, there's already some ideas of bishop g5. I don't like my queen on f6 as it's kind of misplaced because the queen really belongs behind the line supporting all the pieces. So yeah, I don't really like these kind of structures. Okay, bishop d5 is not possible. There's no knight on f6. Knight on f3. I talked way too fast. But because of all this theory, I didn't like. I went for a bishop here, which is not the best move, but it's not losing either. And here I was scared of knight e5, because then you would pick up the bishop for nothing. I would pretty much have to retreat. Maybe here, but here you can even probably play something like b4, maybe not takes. So maybe you prepare it. It's not nice position to play. So yeah, okay. I did not go for a good line, but our opponent played this, and now we had enough time to develop. Notice that we really have to take here. If we go back and we place knight e5, we actually lost tempi by playing this and this. And as you can see, he has a very good knight. I think this is kind of hard to play for black. Knight f6. Okay, you're attacking this, but now the bishop is kind of misplaced, and you moved it 3 times in the opening. I don't know, you could justify it because white has moved his knight 3 times in the opening, but I really think white is going for the win here. Bishop c4, castles. I think even d4 is possible, but castles apparently. d6, d4, no, not coming. c3 first. Bishop g5, I think now, not even d4, but I think d4 is a good move at some point. Apparently it isn't. Takes. And knight takes on d4. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. But yeah, I don't understand anything of this opening. Let's just call it that. But bishop c3 clarifies things a lot more. Knight f6. Bishop d3, just trying to defend the pawn. d6 was correct, apparently. And after this, h6. And g5 felt obligatory, to me, at least. Apparently, you could just castle, but this just feels a bit claustrophobic to me, because there is an attack looming here on the king side. You know, white hasn't even castled yet. You know, you can even play this, perhaps, even though that's not good. You can easily imagine something like this happening. This is just super awkward to play. You can easily go wrong as black. Let's say by h6 there's already queen takes, or even bishop takes. f6, it's what you're most scared of in these types of openings. So g5, bishop g3, bishop e6, just developing. And now our opponent kind of plays weird moves with h3. And yeah, queen e7. Again, he moves a piece again, allowing us to take a pawn. But I missed this because the pin was kind of annoying, and I played a6, back, and castles. And even though we missed the opportunity, we still have a great position. We still have quite a significant positional advantage. Even though I missed the tactic, it's kind of fine. So knight has to go back. You can already sense that black is better because white has to resort to defending moves. d4 to break open position, which was a blunder, which was definitely a blunder, because this pin is kind of strong. Instead, engine suggests probably something like, okay, b5, bishop back, and after the recapture, I'm not sure why. I'm actually quite sure why here you could take. And if you take with the pawn, I guess you can go something like queen e6, which is equalizing. d5 now, because there is no pin. Ah, I see. So if you play d5 here, instead of what I did, which was to do it here, there is no bishop anymore, so b5 was actually necessary to play. We instead were quite impatient with that. He took here, which was kind of nice, because now we have a knight on d5, and if it takes bishop here, we have f6. For a brief moment I considered knight f5 and, you know, blundering the bishop, the rook actually, but actually do we have something here? I don't see it. e3 check takes, and we have, whoa, very nice tactic. So there was no necessity to play f6. Rook h to e8, I considered in this position to play rook h to e8, which was probably better. Knight f4 was also possible, to just sack it, because if takes, again we have this tactic. Wondering after e2 we can just go back probably. If you go back here, you can take the rook. Okay, yeah, obviously I didn't see it. Oops. So yeah, but we went for the more, I think I also called it in the game, it's not the best move, but it didn't feel bad either. Knight here, and now we went for the knight f4. And here, this is a good example of the threat is sometimes stronger than the execution of it, even though the execution was pretty strong already. You know, in this position, if you played knight f4 here, the position was, okay, by the engine evaluation was -3, but by patiently waiting, even though that's not a good move, and it was not really cut out for, now we get an even stronger version of the execution of the move. And knight d5 blunders the knight, and that's pretty much game. Here he lost composure, and yeah, with a piece down and then a queen up, this was just very comfortable to play out. Let me just skip through these moves. We're just making slightly improving moves. Here going for, obviously we could have gone for the pawn, but this is just such a easy simplification. The play is so easy. Everything is winning, but this is by far the easiest way to convert. We're not even thinking here. And here, I think this is also a nice sack, because there's mate in the end. And that was game. Pretty solid game, in my opinion. Even though we missed some chances, positionally, because we were doing fine, we could have resorted to positional move instead of the tactical way. It's a kind of, yeah, it's maybe not the way I used to playing and what you guys signed up for, but I think this is still a good game nevertheless. Still a good game nevertheless. Showcasing positional prowess that wins games as well, where we actually almost did not even go for any fancy tactics. The position played itself because of the superior thing, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.